It's Taco Tuesday, yay. I am just picking up tacos. I wanted to jump on real quick just to share how I'm feeling lately, because I feel like I'm really good at sharing on social media like all of Dan's accomplishments, and how well he's doing. And then part of what I really am passionate about sharing is my, what I call a clinical approach to momming, science-backed strategies to help moms mom better. But that doesn't mean that I'm always good at doing those things myself or doing those all the time. And I've just been in a really down mental space lately. Super depressed, super anxious, intrusive thoughts, more than normal. Intrusive thoughts, unfortunately, with everything we've been through with Daniel, has just kind of become like a normal thing. But I have like a normal where it's tolerable, and then a normal where it brings me anxiety and depression, or not a normal, an abnormal where it brings me anxiety and depression. And that's just kind of where I've been for the past, I don't even know how long, that I haven't really felt right. But all of the things that I share with other moms, first of all, only work when you're doing them. But then also, sometimes it's hard to just get yourself to do it. And I was really depressed the beginning of the year, and I was like, well, what am I doing now, or what am I not doing now that I wasn't doing prior? And it was like making sure I was doing my morning gratitude, making sure I'm eating well, making sure I'm exercising. And I really just had fallen off the track. And I started all of that back up again. And then we just got sick as a family, with strep, and then relapsed with strep. And so you can't do all that stuff, or it's hard to do all that stuff, especially when you're not good at making habits, which I'm not good at making habits. You can't do all that stuff when you're sick. And so, sorry, this is a really drawn out video, I feel, but I don't know, I just feel like I share a clinical approach to momming, science-backed strategies to help moms mom better. I share Dan doing so well. I share funny things. Brian and I do our funny reels, and I'll do funny reels. And I just haven't been able to do any of a lot of that stuff lately. And I just wanted to share a different side of everything, where this is how I am right now. And a friend said to me today, because I was like, I don't know, I just feel really depressed. And she was like, just because you're not motivated to do everything doesn't mean you're depressed. You're okay. It's okay to feel that way. And that's true. And I try to, give myself a little bit of a leeway that, yeah, I'm not going to be motivated to do everything all the time. But it's hard for me because I just feel like I have so many ideas and goals and things I want to do to make sure that Dan's going to be okay in this life. Whether it's little things, making sure I'm getting him to all his therapy appointments every day, to bigger things like trying to create passive income, so that we can get ahead with things, because we obviously don't have any more time to trade for money. We're busy. Dan requires a lot, and I feel like it's just going to be more and more as we go on. So I always have that constant pressure of really trying to make something out of something. And I'm just I don't know, I'm just really depressed. And when I get depressed and anxious, it's like I can't work on that stuff. And then I can't work on that stuff. So I feel more depressed and anxious. And then I'm just like depressed and anxious from like the trauma of the past with Dan. You know, that doesn't have to be explained. Like every day I relive, like every day in my head, I relive the first 5 weeks of, him coming home and realizing that like he could have died and how lucky we are. But like I'm working with my therapist to try to get past having to like relive that every day, and it's hard, and it really just wears on you after a while. And when you're depressed and anxious and kind of all over the place, it's like you can only do the bare minimum. So like, yes, I'm getting him to therapy. Yes, I'm doing my duties at work. Barely cleaning the house. I wish I could do more, you know. Brian usually cooks, thank God. Getting some laundry done, like those bare little minimums, but nothing past that. And then when I can't do anything past that, I get depressed. So it's just like this vicious cycle, and I'm just really not in a good headspace right now. I've just been so just messed up. So the reason I'm sharing this though is just because I just feel like I always share the good things, and that's not the reality of life. And I think people do that too much on social media. They just constantly share everything that's good, and there's a lot of things that aren't good. And not saying that life isn't good, because it is good. Like, you know, everybody's happy, healthy, whatever. So there's that. But I'm just like can't get myself together. I'm all over the place. It's hard for me to do things I know I need to do. I have like paperwork for Rocco's vet that has to be done. I have paperwork for Dan's speech device. It's going to take 3 to 6 months for him to get his speech device. I got the paperwork a week and a half ago. You figure you should probably get started on that, Brielle, but like I can't bring myself to do it. I mean, there's just like a list of those types of things. Like I could probably list off easily, without even thinking about it, 20 things. Easily. Forget it if I like sat down and really like thought about it. And it's hard to do that stuff when I feel this way. I just can't. That's how I feel. I literally just can't. And every day I just want it to be like, Dan usually eats dinner at 6:30. He goes to bed, and then we watch The Office. That's been like my coping mechanism. And I realized I was like really depressed when I realized that's all I've been doing every night. I haven't been working on my business. I haven't been doing anything else. Every morning I wake up, I just can't wait for it to be that time when I can just sit in front of the TV and watch it and then go to bed. And that's like all I'm living for right now. And weird shows I watch on YouTube about root cause analysis of plane accidents, which, you know, is weird, but it like calms me down. So how's your week so far?